Hello, listeners of the airwaves, and hello, peoples of the internet, if you are watching it live, and welcome to the sixth episode of the MegaCast, a weekly podcast where me and some guests discuss topics that have been going on in the past few months. Apparently my Google Doc that I keep all these topics on and is like 15 pages long. But that's all the episode I've done so far. Anyway, you already know who I am. I'm Kevin Green, or you may know me as the J Critic on various places online. And with me today is Gary or SandwichCryptid.
Hello.
Yes. Yep, and it's live on my end as well, so that's cool. Anyway, let us get in with the topics, shall we? The Toku stuff that has happened this weekend, because my God, the recent episode of Lupin versus Pat with Lupin X / Pato X.
It was very good. I watched it. It's the first episode of Lupin versus Pat I've actually watched in a while.
Yeah, me too. It's yeah, same here. Only because I wanted to see how their Sixth Ranger debuts, and
yeah,
all I can just say is that he's a show off.
Yeah, I think this is the latest debut besides Tsurugi. I think this is the latest debut we've had in like the past 10 years.
Yeah, because the latest one in all of Sentai history was Time Fire in episode 28 of Time Ranger.
Yeah, so it is on the later end, but I personally enjoy Nola as a character.
Me too. What I don't like is his change of look. I know it's the gold and silver trains combined for a gun, but it's a very gaudy gun, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I get that it's meant to be like, oh, here is the changer, but it's also the Megazord. But surely you should just they should have done something like a special VS changer that looks very different from it, but still has a similar purpose.
Like gold and silver colored VS changer instead of white and red.
Yeah, what they totally could have done is had like a golden silver VS changer that can't move. It only sticks in one position, and it's the train is loaded onto the top, and he just swaps it around when he wants to change into the different form.
Mm-hmm. And also since it's a train mech, I very much like it, and also those trains that he handed to the Lupin Rangers in their mecha fight also combined with his main train that connects together, where he switches between the various cockpits to form his Megazord mode.
I do enjoy that his personal weapon is the handle of his mech.
It's like a lever of a lever thing.
And what I like is that even though it's kind of more of a French-themed Sentai because it's like Phantom Thieves and Arsène Lupin, there is a degree of references to Japanese history. Because the weapon he has in police form is called a jeet or a jite, which were used by the guards of the emperor. I do enjoy his finisher. His finisher was pretty cool in his Lupin form. I presume next week we should get it in his police form.
Yes. And I don't know if you've already seen, but actually another piece of Lupin versus Pato thing is that for the movie we actually got an image of the jackpot striker inside the cockpit.
He looks terrifying. Like Goody looks creepy, right? But the jackpot striker's little thing, which for the sake of continuity, I'll just call him Jackie. He looks really creepy. I don't know if it's because he's like white and he's got like red eyes, but it's really creepy looking to me.
I don't know. Maybe he's like Goody's dad. That would have been weird. And they also say something about Lupin Rex.
Yeah, it's got like either a wing or capes, or like it's like a cape wings, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Also, one of the new movie Gangler is called Wilson.
Wilson,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just the ball from
insert
Castaway.
Castaway reference here.
Yeah, it's just the ball from Castaway. Um, I mean, it's one of their more overt references, in the same vein as, if you remember the gender swap episode, Pitchcock.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
And one of them is, and another monster is called Maximoff.
yeah, the Maximos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lupin versus Pat. I like the look of the, is it Trigger Machine Splash and the Magic Dial Fighter?
Uh, Hang on, because oh, the Magic Dial Fighter is a blimp, and the Splash Dial Fighter is a firefighter.
Yeah, it's a fire truck. The one thing that kind of irks me about Lupin versus Pat is how I get it, it's Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger, not Pat Ranger versus Lupin Ranger, but everything feels a bit more tilted in the favor of the Lupin Rangers because the Trigger Machine Magic, or no, the Magic Dial Fighter is completely original, right? We've not seen something that looks like it before.
No.
But Trigger Machine Splash is a slight remold / repaint of the Trigger Machine, of the Crane Trigger Machine.
Yeah.
That's just the one problem I've got with it. It's a nice look. I like Fire Engine Mecha. I like it for the same reason I like Siren Builder.
From Bokenger.
Yeah, Siren Builder.
Yeah. As well as the Fire Train, the Fire Rusher from Tokuja.
Yep, I actually that was probably one of my favorite of the Tokuja armaments.
Because you have because the front half turns into like an extinguisher.
Yeah, it just straight up turns into an extinguisher, which makes it more interesting than most fire themed weapons, which are usually here's a flamethrower.
But I want to say that with Lupin Ranger versus Pada Ranger, it is written by the same person who wrote Zhuoja, and
which means we're granted some quality, because I didn't watch much of Zhuoja because I found the Rubik's Cube mecha to be nice enough, but the suits were like, the fact that they just had their animal just like slapped on there, like somebody just took a really big stamp and just stamped it on them.
Or kind of like a safari shirt.
Yeah, you know the ones you buy at like
a zoo,
like a safari park for like 20 quid. Yeah.
But moving on to something that just got announced today. Like as soon as I woke up, people on my timeline were just raving about it. Since Q Ranger vs Space Squad was released today, a certain character has returned that many people have been hoping for ever since it was a Sentai crossover.
Who's that? I haven't seen the news.
Gokai Yellow appears as a cameo.
Oh yeah, Gokai Yellow and is meeting Raptor. Which is a weird crossover of the same actor.
However, this hasn't been the first time that they've that Sentai has done this, where they have a voice actor meet at some thing, as we've seen in Go Under, Shin Kendra and Kyoryuja. We've had the voice actors of the villains meet the Rangers.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't think we've ever had that happen before. Technically the closest we got was in the Gokaiger Go Busters team up movie, when Buster Hercules became Magi King.
Oh yeah,
because obviously Beat Buster was Magi Yellow,
and he was also the Michael Jackson type thing in Q Ranger.
With a big afro in the. That probably must have annoyed his skin, having gold face paint. He's meant to be in Lupin versus Pat.
Really?
They said that he might be appearing at some point.
Interesting. But moving on to builds.
I watched the raw of the most recent episode, but I have not watched the subbed. But I vaguely know what happens.
Coming because we do have a second build in the preview of the next episode premiering tonight.
Yes, and we can kind of construe who it is from this week's episode, because this week I'm not sure if we should throw up a spoiler warning here, but we see.
I should have probably done that before. You know what? Screw it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Spoilers.
Yep. Spoilers. We see the return of Katsuragi Shinobu, the father of
Takumi, the original build before he became Sento.
Yes.
And my guess is that he's going to become the second build.
Yeah. That's probably what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you were going to bring this up about just tangentially related Kamen Rider news before I presume we're going to move on to talking about Zio, but we got the announcement of SH Figure Arts Shinkocho Seiho Wizard Flames Style.
Yeah, which is one I've been pining for years, because I've heard from reviewers that the cape didn't work properly and was made out of like really crappy rubber.
It goes for pre-order in 2 days, and is released for scheduled release November 2018 for 7,884 yen. It comes with all the stuff it came with previously, and this time its cloak, rather than being made of rubber, is wireframe cloth fabric to allow better posability. Also, tangentially related to that, we got more pre-order info for SH Figure Arts, another Shinkocho Seiho, double heat metal.
Yeah, now we can have all three. All we need now is Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme.
Hopefully it's going to be announced like sometime in October.
Yeah, probably. Cross and the Machine Builder come out this month, so they should be arriving soon.
Yeah, I've already seen like pictures of Cross.
Yeah, I've pre-ordered, with the exception of base build, Great Cross, Bloodstark, and Night Rogue. I've pre-ordered every single other figure in the build line. So Grease, Cross Charge, Rabbit Tank Sparkling, Base Cross, Machine Builder, Rogue.
And that's all the figure arts, because apparently they don't want to release Rabbit, Tank, or Genius, or Cross Magma.
The one I'm waiting for is Mad Rogue. Mad Rogue's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah, you do know that his main suit is basically a repaint of Night Rogues.
That's why it would be cheap to make, and therefore they should do it. Literally, they could cut all their losses and make it retail.
Yeah.
Also, have you been seeing the complete selection modification V-buckle and drag visor?
Yes, I want that. Yeah, that's what everyone's been talking about.
I think it goes up for pre-order from CS Toys this weekend. All 17 Advent decks, every single 15,
I believe, Advent decks, because there's 17, because Survive Mode and Blank Ryuki and Abyss,
and then it comes with. So therefore, it comes with every single Final Event card and Contract Monster card. That's the V-buckle set, but the Drag Visor set literally just comes with every single card. But they're doing a bundle set for 51,840 yen, which would be, and releases December 2018, and would be about like 400, 500 pounds.
My God, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah. I think that's actually more expensive than the O's set.
Yeah, which I actually want to get because I've seen the reviews for it, and my God, I actually want it just so I can, hear Kushida Akira just sing
Yeah.
everything.
So do you want to move on to the next topic? You
No,
gonna move?
not yet. Because we've had news come out for like building the scans.
Oh yeah, cross build.
Yeah, as well as the Vault's monster form.
He looks like. Have you ever held a beetroot?
No.
He looks like a really veiny beetroot, like a pale. He's got all the tubers and stuff. I don't understand how people can say he doesn't look like a cobra. He does look like a cobra.
I don't know. To me, it looks like a cybernetic monster.
Yeah, he's like an alien, isn't he?
Yeah,
Which
he
is
is. He did come from Mars.
no, he didn't come from Mars. He showed up to Mars and then messed up Mars and then left. He's not from Mars. He's from some yet to be revealed planet. Um, but Cross Build, the movie form.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Um, it looks cool. I wasn't expecting the gold and silver rabbit and dragon bottles fused into like a repainted sparkling can.
I'm gonna get it. It looks really nice.
Yeah. I like that they kept the. I like that they I like how he has. I like how it combines both elements of rabbit and regular cross.
Yeah, it's weird that it's base cross and not cross magma or like cross charge because it's like mid. It's got like builds mid power form and cross is like base form.
Hmm. Also, Blizzard Knuckle.
I'm convinced that that's set up for a V Cinema form for Greece.
The Blizzard Knuckle.
Yeah, it's just going to be a weapon at this point, but I'm convinced that they're going to do a V Cinema, and that's where they're going to release the Blizzard Knuckle as like a V Cinema exclusive like power up weapon.
Hmm. Also, we have the final lost bottle, the CD lost bottle.
Yeah, the CD looks a bit. The CD Lost Smash looks just like a tad stupid, but like I can live with it.
It kind of looks like dumb. It kind of looks like the dumbbell Banky from Go On Joe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um.
Moving on to toy exclusive bottles, we finally have the Gamba Rising bottle as well as the Super Sentai bottle.
Yep. We don't have the Kamen Rider one. The Rider of Vol bottle is the Kamen Rider one, but we don't have a proper Kamen Rider one yet. I cannot. I'm really not looking forward to seeing the prices of the Kamen Rider of the Super Sentai full bottle on eBay.
I managed to get a rare ghost icon for like 20, the Tinker Toys one.
Awesome. I managed to get the Obake full bottle for 10.
Yes, and I saw like the magnet bottle for going for like 20.
Yeah. The one that gets me is Kuman TV. Kuman TV is like what is it? It's like £90 folk are selling them for.
Hmm. But before we move on to Zio, because I want to talk about Rue because the final episode of Orb the Chronicle just released, and it pretty much showed like the first what's going to be being released throughout the first 6 episodes of Rube.
Awesome.
At least we. Okay, so the story is a meteor crashes into Earth, along with 2 other stars, and they fight inside this meteor before they eventually end up on Earth with these 2 beings of light shattering into like these crystal type things, and it cuts to like 2 brothers, if I can remember their names.
Isn't one of them called Asami?
Hang on. I know their I know their last name is Katsumi. Oh, no, their last name is Minato. There's Katsumi and Isami, two brothers, who live with their younger sister and father at a specialty store until they encounter a giant unknown organism. A monster has appeared on their street, and these two beings of light go into their bodies and grant them the power to become Ultraman Rosso and Blue.
Rosso looks cooler. This is my opinion. He looks a bit cat-like.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been saying. So episode 1 is basically the build-up episode. The episode 2, I believe, is them going to be swapping the crystals around. So like, Blue is going to be using Taro's crystal, and Rosso's going to be using Ginga's crystal.
Yeah, and tangentially related to Ultraman, we've got official images for SH Figure Arts Ultraman Zero Beyond, which will be releasing in November for £40. But obviously it'll be more with middleman prices.
Yeah, well, at least it will be less expensive than an Ultra Act figure.
Yeah. It comes with 5 hands, a replacement color timer, the Beyond Twin Edge swords, and the fist effect part. And it's looking pretty good.
Anyway, since it's been a thing ever since Orb, episode 5 is going to be the debut of the weapon, I think the something slugger, I don't know.
Is it not called like the Rube Edge or something, like the Rube Slugger?
Possibly. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Rube Slugger, which can be split into daggers or be like Zero's slugger sword thing.
Mm-hmm. Seems pretty interesting.
But if you've watched Q Ranger, then you will immediately know one of the people in there, because the main hero's dad is Aslan from Q Ranger.
He's that king, isn't he?
Yeah, Lucky's dad.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool. I might check out the first episode. I kind of dropped Jeed after a while, but I'll probably end up picking up Rube for a couple of episodes and then
see how it goes, and whether if you want to drop it, keep on going or drop out.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that for a fair few seconds you actually saw Orb Dark, and I'm still curious as to who he is.
Yeah, I want to know the story behind that. Also, I hope that it isn't until after the series that they decide to release figure arts for them, because I really want a Rosso Flame figure.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, most likely when we're gonna get Rosso and Blue is most likely as possibly a double pack in February of next year, possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
If we're going by if we're going by this year, because G Primitive came out February of this year, so it's most likely that Rosso and Blue are going to be released in February of next year.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not too long to wait. Might consider picking them up then.
But in music news, I love the Rube theme song, as it kind of reminds me of the first opening to Buddy Fight.
I've vaguely heard it, but.
But what's interesting is that they've dropped the Voyager band, who has been singing songs since the Mobius Guide and leading up to Ultra Galaxy Legends.
They probably wanted a change, considering like
they've been singing for like almost 10 years.
Yeah, and Rube's also, it's like a completely, or it's not like a different style series, but it's a new take, because we've got dual protagonists who are two separate Ultramen.
But it's kind of a homage to Gaia, which coincidentally is their 20th anniversary this year.
Yeah, I feel like the homages are probably like intentional. We might get a cameo from Guy as actor.
Yeah, as well as Agul, because apparently. Oh, did you know he was also Raya and Ryuki?
Now, yeah, I'd heard something about that. There are a few Ultraman actors who were in Kamen Rider.
Yeah. But they did keep Rem's actress to sing the ending theme for Rube.
That's interesting.
Anyway, moving on to Gilles, because we did have some news. We have a supposed sketch of what the main character might look like.
I feel like we're getting another. I feel like we might be getting a. It's either going to be a time travel series a la Deno, or we'll be getting a time travel series a la Time Ranger, where it's someone from the future coming to the past.
Combined with possibly elements of Decade.
Yeah. I have to say from this, because I'm looking at the silhouette right now, it's got me interested. I usually prefer tech riders to like mystic riders, so getting another tech rider is pretty good. We've got tech rider, because XA build and then Zeo
Yes.
or Geo.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the Japanese don't have a Z. They just pronounce the Z as G.
Yeah.
But the supposed sketch is that his belt is going to be a clock, and his fingers, like the fingertips right here, are going to be based off clock hands.
Or like Meteor's thing, where he had the one finger that had like the silver bit on it for pressing the Meteor Galaxy.
Possibly. And the main supposed color scheme of him is going to be white and blue.
Besides Build, because Build's red and blue, he's not primarily one color. When was the last time we had a primary blue like main Kamen Rider?
Blade?
I think it might have been Blade. Yeah, I think it might have been Blade.
Yeah, with some elements of gray.
Hopefully he's got a banging theme song though. Be the One's good and all, but sometimes it lacks the impact that other theme songs had, like Excite or Surprise Drive.
Yeah. Plus, it just kind of sucks as an insert song. But going into a well-known name in Toku's, Koichi Sakamoto is writing a book of his time in Toku. So far, nothing has been said about that except I'm writing it, and that's pretty much is it.
Yeah. Koichi Sakamoto, he's good directing some episodes. He directed Double, didn't he? He directed some Double, didn't he? Some Double.
Double for the most team-up movies. G'd, most of the stuff involving Zero. Kyryusha, most Power Rangers, some seasons of Power Rangers.
Yeah, you can definitely see his influences in Forza, particularly Meteor's fight with Leo. Yeah. It'll be interesting to hear things from his perspective, because it means we'll get a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which rarely comes out about Tokusatsu.
Yeah, because it's all kept hush hush until years later.
Yeah.
But moving on from that to a thing I want to talk about. Sorry, my brain is just keeping the farts up, as they say.
That's fine. Go ahead.
No, you pretty much said what I wanted to say on the toy side of things. Instead, let us go into something that I've been watching, and well, you've been watching My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia, one of
So
the
far,
rising stars of the shonen manga scene. I'm up to date with the manga. The manga's getting good. The manga is excellent.
I've only been watching the anime, and I've so far only watched the first half of the first season.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yep. Who would you say your favorite? Oh, who would you say your favorite character is?
Possibly All Might.
All Might is great.
Um, there's this question of who's the best shonen mentor. The Turtle Hermit from Dragon Ball, Jiraiya from Naruto, whoever is in One Piece.
Well, One Piece, there's technically several. It could be considered Shanks because he's the one who inspired Luffy to become a pirate. Or you could talk about Silver's Rayleigh, the guy who trained him over the time skip.
I'm gonna say Shanks.
If we're talking straight like mentorship, probably like All Might's admitted he's not that good of a mentor. There's a couple good mentors in there, but if it comes to straight power, it would probably be a toss up between All Might and Shanks. Because Shanks is literally stated to be one of the most powerful characters in the series.
Mm.
Yeah. There's actually something I wanted to bring up about the My Hero Academia movie.
Yeah. Me too. Because I know something about the villain that might be interesting.
Yeah, the actor who plays Wolfram.
He's Bujin Guy from the Diamond Wizard movie.
He's also, to anyone watching or who will be watching in the future who's more familiar with anime, he's not a Rancor, Espada number 1, Coyote Stark from Bleach. He's also Yamato from from Naruto.
Mm.
And to anyone he was Deep Sea King from One Punch Man.
Actually, speaking of One Punch Man, I'm sure you pretty much already know this, but Tenya Ida and the engine guy is Genos.
Yeah, Guinness. He's also Tobio Kageyama from Haikyuu, which is one of my girlfriend's favorite manga. One of the most important things that I'm not sure if you knew about is the theme song for My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I already know. It's sung by Philip Sachter from Double.
Yeah, Masaki Suda, Long Hope Failure, written and composed by a member of Amazarashi, who sing the, you won't have got to it, but sing the second opening.
From season 2?
Yeah, from season 2. Also, My Hero Academia is the movie, The Two Heroes, is one of the few anime movies to debut in the West before it debuts in Japan.
Close. I think the closest to that was Dragon Ball Resurrection F.
Yeah. My Hero Academia, the movie, debuts July 5th in Anime Expo, and then August 3rd in Japan. They also said that the fourth quarter of the year is when Funimation will be releasing it.
Most likely during the Christmas period.
Yep. And that will be theatrically. When it will be released on DVD or when it will be released to Crunchyroll, no one knows.
Yeah, but actually, speaking of Dragon Ball, we have a anime to tie us over because super rendered because I don't know. We have Dragon Ball Heroes, the anime.
I don't really watch Dragon Ball, so I don't have much to say on the whole Dragon Ball situation.
Oh, Super Dragon Ball Heroes Universe Mission. It's a promotional which is based upon the present planet saga. If you've seen like the purple skin guy with the white hair and the glasses, then it's pretty much about him.
Ooh, and I like when series do spin-offs that are about characters that aren't the main hero.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I like the X-Aid V cinemas.
Yeah, mostly this anime is going to be based around future Trunks.
The best character, like from what little I've seen and what little I've played of Dragon Ball, I really like Trunks.
Basically, future Trunks and mine have returned to the present time. Oh, so it takes place after the Dark Goku Black saga from Super.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's mostly just whether so. And then after that is well, it kind of. Oh no! Wait, it's actually Oh no! Wait, it actually combines both. So this is going to be confusing. Ever since you have to consider that you also need to count in the video games as well as the anime into the scene because it takes place after the Universe Survival Arc saga.
Yeah, isn't that the one where it's like a fighting tournament? And it's just straight up whoever loses gets their universe destroyed.
Yeah, which the dub is now catching up to in the next few weeks.
It's pretty good. Don't really have to worry about that with My Hero Academia because I'm not sure if you've watched it, but like any of the dub, but the dub is simul dubbed, so like essentially the subbed comes out, then the dubbed comes out like an hour later.
Oh yeah, I already know that. They've been Funimation have been doing that ever since 2015 with like anime like Space Dandy and other stuff.
Yeah, I think they also do it with One Piece. One Piece is like a giant cast.
Last time I heard anything about One Piece was that the author said back in 2015 is that One Piece is 67% done.
No, he said that like a couple months ago.
Time moves slowly,
which I'm not sure if that makes it better or if that makes it worse. Because if like 65% of One Piece is like 20 years, right? It's taken him 20 years to write 65% of One Piece. That means we've got like another like 7 years left
before it's like fully done.
Before it's fully done.
Yeah, but then you also have to counter in that it's a shonen manga, and you all know that shonen manga never dies, so it's probably going to come back in a few years' time, like One Piece, the next generation or something.
I don't think he wants to do that because I mean, think about how long he's been working on this.
He's been working on it for 21 years at this point.
By the time he's finished One Piece, his child will be in high school.
Yeah, and maybe his child want to continue on like, I want to continue my dad's legacy.
I am maybe. I mean, the reason he got married to his wife is because his wife is like he met his wife because his wife was a fan. Yeah.
Excuse me. But going into another popular anime, One Punch Man season 2.
Yeah, I've been hearing about it. It's pretty cool.
So far, I think it's premiering like in August. But with a new animation studio.
Yeah, that Studio Madhouse that worked on it.
That worked on the first season, and now JC Stafford is working on the next season. Who have done Rev Utena. I'm trying to find something that maybe you've heard of. Toradora Slayers.
Toradora, yeah, I've heard of Toradora.
Milky Holmes.
And I know about Toradora and Slayers. So I sort of get the kind of style.
That they said that is currently in production. Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much like it's still coming. We just don't know when.
Yeah, that's what happens anytime Attack on Titan gets worked on.
Yeah, it's like it's coming. We just don't know when because animation takes a long time to do.
Yeah, which is why it's their seasonal anime rather than just big continuous. Also, for fans of the My Hero Academia manga that haven't heard, there's no chapter next week. The author's taking a research break to look up some stuff.
Possibly to come up with fresh new ideas.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to actually bring this up because we're in the anime section, but Bakugan is making a comeback.
Is that the anime / manga about making manga?
No, No, you're thinking of Bakuman. Bakugan was the anime about throwing marbles on cards.
Oh yeah, the magnetic marble things that I always remember. I used to stick to my mum's fridge.
But yeah, it's coming. But yeah, it's coming back as Bakugan Battle Planet, I think it was.
Yeah, it looks like they're replacing the protagonist. Like I've seen the vague art. It looks like they are replacing the
protagonist. The main protagonist, the guy with the brown hair and the red jacket, he's gone through a redesign, but now his supporting cast is now multicultural, I guess.
It's interesting.
Oh, and now we're gonna go back to the Toku side of things, but combined with the anime Gridman.
Oh my gosh! Isn't that's getting a comic, isn't it?
SSS. Gridman, the quadruple, the 4x S Gridman, which looks really different than the original Toku done in the 90s.
Yeah, I think it looks a bit better, to be honest. Obviously.
And some news came out today that the person who was the mentor in Akiba Rangers, she's going to be singing the ending theme to it.
That's cool.
And another thing that the Ultraman manga is and that anime is going to be done by Studio Trigger, both Gridman and the Ultraman manga adaptation of the anime.
I'm so glad they're getting to that because I really like the designs in the Ultraman.
With like Iron Man-esque things.
Yeah, the Iron Man-esque suits. I wonder if that series is just gonna if they're just gonna keep on trucking into stuff like Zeo or not Zero, not Zeo, Zero, and like Tiga and Ginga and Mebius.
Tiga, Zero, Ginga, Orb, G, etc.
Yeah. It'd be certainly interesting.
So far, the last time I heard about anything is that they're currently up to Taro.
That's cool.
Again, I need to look it.
Oh no, yeah, I remember that because people were thinking it's really weird because the rest of them are wearing suits of armor and Taro is just a guy that's on fire.
Yes. Yes, but what's interesting is that the person who voices one of the characters in the Vomit, which is the motion comic,
Yeah,
is Megami Han. If you don't know who she is, she was the voice of Gon Freesus in the 2011 Hunter x Hunter anime, and also was the voice of Pega and Jeed. She voiced one of the characters, if I can remember which one it was. Shinjiro hires her in the voice of the main character in as a
the Vomit.
child. So yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But going into another anime that has going into another anime which had a movie announced recently, and it's going to be a anniversary team up movie with all the past seasons. Precure.
Oh yeah, Precure. I haven't actually. I've watched bits of Precure a la mode, and I've watched bits of Hugto Precure, but I have not properly watched any season of Precure.
Closest I got was Happiness Charge, which many people consider to be the worst.
Hmm.
And it was even a commercial failure by Toei themselves because the but anyway, the Hugto movie coming out in October is going to be a massive crossover between every single Precure ever, but mainly the first season.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I do it so it's like their own version of like Superhero Tyson.
Or random Rider or Sentai crossover.
Yeah.
But it's going to be on a smaller scale since they're going to be since the main stars are going to be the main now five members of the current season and the um main three members of the first team with
Yeah.
like some voice cam with some like voice cameos from other team members.
Yeah, Precure is like pretty hardcore for like a magical girl series, which is pretty interesting.
I will say that Happiness Charge is like the darkest the season series has ever got.
Hmm.
No, not Happiness Charge, Heart Catch. And Sweet was gonna be darker, but then the 2011 earthquake and tsunami happened, and so they wanted it to be more lighter.
That's fair. That they'd want it to be. Yeah, that's kind of what they did with O Ranger and Go Kaiser was the same earthquake, and O Ranger was it was a sarin gas attack in the Tokyo underground.
Mm,
It was one of those like religious cult groups.
yes.
It was one of them did a sarin gas attack, and O Ranger's first two episodes had aired, and they were really quite serious. And they went, "We don't want to depress Japanese children," and then released O Ranger and made it more, and just like the further episodes just got more and more comedic. They made it more comedic.
Yeah, for example, that mecha aerobics thing.
Yeah.
But moving on to another anime yokai watch, we've had a lot of news that come out this week. Let's just start off with the western side because yokai watch Blasters is going to be released.
Once again, I'm kind of like not in the loop on this because I don't watch Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch Blasters is basically the Ghostbusters type thing where you play as many different yokai trying to take on the big bosses.
Ah, cool. Sounds
And it's
interesting.
going to be like a tactical like thing.
Hmm.
And since they didn't want to pay royalty checks to Columbia Pictures for Ghostbusters, they have changed the designs of like some of them. For example, there's one based off the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. and they changed it into like some random ghost with like a really big tongue.
Hmm.
And then
I
they
suppose
changed,
that's one way to avoid copyright.
yeah. And season 3, known over in the western side, which was known as season 2 on the eastern side, is getting an English dub in like Monday of next week.
Wow, that soon. It's
Yeah, I
interesting.
mean it's been like 10 months since, no, it's been almost, I think, a year and a half since we've had since the last episode premiered in the English dub.
Hmm. Well, I
And
suppose it's good that they're getting something now.
yeah, over on the Japanese side, man, are we getting a ton of stuff. For example, we're getting like a Pokemon Go like game for Yokai Watch called Yokai Watch World.
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time.
Yes. Um but um but we finally have a Yokai Watch 4 coming out, where it's gonna cross over with like three different types. There's the current series Shadow Side, which deals with which is like a full on shonen side things where it has three kids from different cliques coming together to fight off like ghosts to ghosts. There's one with like yokai keys that can fit inside the watch and stuff. There's one who can transform into the thing and has like an Omnitrix type thing. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
there's
Ben 10.
yeah. And then there's one who who uses like triangle medals to like summon elemental powers, I guess.
Hmm.
And then there's the preview, and then so that's one series. There's the previous series that is crossing over because I guess that's the past. Well, it is the past since the current series Shadow Sides takes place 30 years after the original. And then there's the third thing which ties into the fifth movie coming out this December called Forever Friends.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm glad that like as much as like I've never really watched Yokai Watch, I'm glad that like the fans are happy because they're getting like a decent bit of content.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're getting a decent bit of content for like the money they put in, and it's like it's quite good. Once again, Yokai Watch isn't really my cup of tea, but I'm glad that like the fans are getting good content.
Hmm. And the plot for the Forever Friends movie is Sakura Motomachi, Tokyo, in the 1960s. Shin, a boy who lived happily despite being poor, loses his mother, his only family member, and falls into deep misfortune. Itsuki, a boy who saved Shin, he also lost his older sister. Those two boys are joined by Tei, a girl who can see yokai, and joined together with Shin's guardian spirit, Susan, Suu-san, and new yokai such as Nekomata, which is basically a black version of the main character, Jibanyan. You know, that red cat that you've been
Yeah,
seeing.
I've
It's
seen him
basically
everywhere.
yeah, it's basically him, but with black fur, black instead of red, and with like a fur collar.
I think I saw some of like the trailer of that.
Um, yeah. They take on a mysterious incident in order to retrieve the souls of their precious family, and shocking truth that awaits them. This is a story about friendship between three children and yokai.
Jesus Christ, this is kids' entertainment now.
Well,
That's only
again,
slightly terrifying.
it's dealing with the more darker side of things.
Which I guess is fitting for a series about yokai who can range from like malevolent to like just a bit annoying to just plain evil, which is
Yeah, but then again, we've had in the first movie we've had a yokai voiced by Mars from the Guy movie.
oh my god. Like, is he just straight up like evil? Like,
No, actually, he is straight up evil, and he even has his own subordinates.
oh, he's one of those.
And it's not even a guy; it's an old woman.
So,
But that doesn't stop the celebrity train, as we've had the Juicy Kid from the Kamen Rider Gummy commercials in the third movie, where instead of him voicing like a guest character, he voices the live action version of the main character.
wow.
And that doesn't stop there, as we've had Alta, aka Gosei Red from Gosager, voicing one of the main characters from the fourth movie, which is gonna get a DVD release hopefully next month.
Yeah, hopefully it gets released and stuff. That sounds pretty.
And we've
It's better
had
to have shows that you like on DVD than anything else.
yeah, but actually speaking of DVD releases, the Gene movie is coming out next month on DVD.
Which means we'll be getting subs soon.
Yeah, which means hopefully that my friends at the Legion could hopefully stream it at some point.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good.
I mean, I'm gonna be there, basically because I don't know. I want to talk about. Actually, I want to talk about. I want to talk about some. I don't know if there's. Let me check. So, hang on. Oh, that's. Streaming for. Yeah, there's been actually, yeah, I actually want to talk about this Sailor Moon Crystal, the movie that comes in two parts.
My girlfriend really likes Sailor Moon, so I might end up watching that at some point.
Again, it's falling into the same thing that Digimon Tri did, where they divided its story up into movie parts.
Oh, it's so like what Marvel's done with Infinity War, where it's split between Avengers 3 and Avengers 4.
Sort of. And since it might get some picked up by Crunchyroll, it will probably the movies will be split up into like normal 22 episodes.
Yeah.
And it's and according to this article, it won't be the fourth season, it won't be a season, but instead two theatrical movies. It's gonna be an event celebrating Usagi's birthday, and we'll be focusing on the moments from the Dream Arc or Sailor Moon Super S, the fourth season of the original, and will be based around more the manga than the anime.
That's interesting. So it's like, yeah, because I know some anime tend to deviate from the manga. Look at the original series of Full Metal Alchemist and
Brotherhood.
Yeah, yeah. In comparison to Brotherhood, the original ventured more. I've actually got a. It's like big for One Piece fans, which is quite interesting. Do you mind if I say something about One Piece?
Sorry, carry on.
One Piece. We've just entered Wano country, which is an arc that Oda's been building up to for like years, and since we first heard of Wano in Thriller Bark from the zombie swordsman Shusui, we became aware of an ancient land of a land of samurai that cuts itself off from the world called Wano Kuni or Wano Country. And we're finally going there, starting with the most recent chapter and continuing on. We will be going to Wano, which is really exciting. Which means we're getting inspirations from like samurai films and stuff.
Again, I've only seen like 2 episodes of One Piece, so I'll just have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, going into something that I just mentioned, Buddy Fight. The new season just started called Buddy Fight Ace.
Yeah, doesn't that get streamed on the YouTube channel now?
Yeah, there's both a dub and a sub version done by the same people that did the first Precure dub, as well as the Card Fight Vanguard dub.
That's pretty cool.
and also done in Japan by Bushiroad, the same card company that owns Vanguard's the Milky Homes thing, which nobody knows about.
Yeah.
It's basically just detectives with superpowers. That's all you need to know about. Nothing. There's nothing else to it, I swear.
Yeah.
As well as should I really mention it? I don't think I should, but the Japanese dub of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. There's your pony reference. Moving on. Not much. Again, I haven't seen it, but the only thing you need to know about is that the partner, which is basically like, hey, you should do this and something. Because I'm guessing the protagonist is like, I'm gonna do things my own way with the power of pulling stuff out of nowhere.
And friendship and Nakama power. Yeah.
Yeah. His partner is voiced by Endeavor from Hero Academia.
You know, as much as people don't like Endeavor, I do like his VA. His VA is really good.
Yeah, his VA's been in a lot of things. He's been in a ton of Toku, as well as a ton of other stuff. Actually going into switching over to the Body Fights partner Vanguard, the reboot just started, and when I mean reboot, I mean they're just going over a similar thing to Crystal, where it's going to be more faithful to the manga.
That's pretty cool that they're going more. I like when sometimes I prefer when an anime deviates, and sometimes I like when they stick to the manga. It's just pretty interesting.
Let's see. The third series in the Card Fight Vanguard anime new story based off the manga. The first one, it's going to be on YouTube and Crunchyroll, so that's good. And it's pretty much going to be, and it's going to be, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as the first season.
Awesome.
And if you don't know the game, it's basically a more simplified version of the Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Cool.
But speaking of Vanguard, there was a mini drama there was a 1 hour special drama thing that has Tiger from the Ultraman Saga movie, Rem from hang on. As well as Sid from Gaim and Nanami, aka Hurricane Blue from Hurricane Joe.
She's in everything. Like, she's just like, her actress just does not stop.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in almost every single Toku thing. And when I mean every single Toku thing, I mean she's also in Ultraman and the obscure Toku of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, she's also in Ultraman Max and Rescue Force. As well as Daimajin Come On. I don't know what that is. But apparently it's a thing. But that live action drama of Vanguard also showed up in the half animated, half live action movie. Which unfortunately I can't be able, which unfortunately hasn't surfed online if I don't know about it. But what's interesting about the movie is that it has a character voiced by Zero's voice actor.
Awesome. It's always good to see Mamoru Miyano back.
And speaking of something that we've Digimon, because one of the guy who guys who worked on it, Mamoru Hosoda, has a new movie coming out called Mirai to the Future.
Awesome.
Hosoda-san was also famous for the Summer Wars movie, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, the Wolf Children movie, The Boy and the Beast movie, as well as other anime that you've probably never heard of.
Depends what's the anime called.
He's also worked on a One Piece movie, Ojam Majo Doremi, Ashtano.
What One Piece movie?
Barano Omatsuri and the Secret Island.
Secret Island.
Samurai Champloo, as well as a few Dragon Ball movies, the Yu Yu Hakusho, the second Yu Yu Hakusho movie, and a few things involving Sailor Moon.
That's awesome.
So far, I don't know anyone who's in that movie, only except that it's premiering next month.
Awesome. Sounds great.
And going into the video game side of things, but keeping with the anime thing, we've all known that we all know about Studio Trigger, you know, the company that made Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, as well as the one involving the Lucas actress that I'm completely blanking on. And I really should have on the drink before. Ludoco, that was it. Kill la Kill is getting a video game done by Arc Studios, the guys who made Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Cool.
Actually, no, it's by Platinum Games, the guys who made the same people behind Bayonetta 2, I believe, as well as Transformers Devastation, as Rise of Mutants in Manhattan,
as well as Metal Gear Rising.
Really?
Yeah, Platinum Games helped develop Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance for the Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh no, my mistake. It was Arc System, the same guys that did many games like the Guilty Gear series, Blaze Blue, Persona, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Fighters, as well as the Little Witch Academia game. Scheduled for a 2019 release, and details are to be announced next week at Anime Expo. That's cool.
Dope. It's gonna be pretty cool.
And speaking of anime fighting games, this was the biggest thing to come out of E3 when it was announced. Well, to me at least, to others they would say, "Oh, it was Smash Ultimate," or "Oh, it was like Kingdom Hearts." But no, this is going to be my game of E3 because it came right the hell out of nowhere. I'm super excited for it. Jump Force.
Jump Force, yeah, it looks good. We're gonna have some JoJo's in it because we had some JoJo's in it last time, and they better put JoJo's in it.
Yes, I'm hoping for like Bakugo and Deku to show up.
Yeah, yeah, they'll totally show up.
Oh, actually, this came out like only 24 hours ago, but they're also including Ichigo.
Yeah, I mean, you'd kind of, for a Shonen Jump game, you kind of expect them to include the big three protagonists.
Goku, even if Naruto,
yeah,
Luffy.
No, the big three are Dragon Ball, One Piece. Are One Piece, Naruto, Bleach,
as well as Dragon Ball.
Oh no, Dragon Ball's kind of its own entity. Dragon Ball's like kind of the big three is used to refer to the big three shonen manga who all began around the same time.
around the same time in the 5 year span, so like 1997 to 2002.
Yeah, was when we got One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto.
Mhm.
Or One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, if you want them in my order of best to worst.
But yeah, so far those. But something that we didn't expect was that Light, the Yagami, and Ryuk from Death Note are going to be in the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, uh, but I want to go on a bit of a. Okay, here's all the quick reviews of E3. The EA conference was boring. Nothing new was interesting. Happening.
Anthem was cool.
Oh yeah, that thing. Um, I was fully expected to hate the Microsoft conference, and it just won me over.
Yeah.
With a ton of interesting stuff.
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, with Johnny on Bosch. Whoops. They also announced Kingdom Hearts 3 for Xbox.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I have a recap list of all the things. Let's see, they did Halo Infinite, Ori 2, Sekiro, made by the same people that made Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
I am excited because I've played I haven't played Demon Souls, but I've played Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne.
Yeah, and plus it's set in like Sengoku, Japan, which makes it interesting. So it's kind of a game made for you.
Yep.
And then they announced Fallout 76.
Well, they didn't announce it. They gave us actual. They announced it like a couple days before E3. We got actual proper gameplay. Which
Yeah,
I'm excited to finally. I'm excited to play that with my friends.
I also do have my E3 cue card, so it's like pre-rendered bullcrap, and also whenever something Japanese came out, I would like Nihonji.
Yeah.
Then Captain Spirit, set in the same universe as Life is Strange.
Yeah, where your character is a 12-year-old boy who thinks he's a superhero with an alcoholic father.
Yeah, and also a dead mother.
Yeah.
Then
Can't be a superhero without a tragic backstory.
Yeah. Then Crackdown 3. Okay. Then Neo Automata. Okay. Then Metro Exodus. Then Kingdom Hearts 3 with the more gameplay footage where we have Frozen and Tangled in it, and a proper release date of January 25th, 2019.
Yeah.
The way I view Kingdom Hearts 3 is more of like a movie franchise because the cutscenes outlast the width of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Then Sea of Thieves. Of Battlefield 5, Forza Horizon.
Correction, Sea of Thieves trying to convince people that it's not a shit game.
Forza Horizon 4. Then We Happy Few. Then PUBG.
That game's never going to be finished. That thing's going to be in beta until we all die.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're still developing, and it will cover the end time death of the universe. You know, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Then The Division 2. Then Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We're like, oh, look at Lara suffer. Look at Lara, and then she'd like killing animals and stuff.
Yeah, at least it's not as bad as the last Tomb Raider, which I sometimes affectionately call Tomb Raider Lara Gets Stabbed Through the Shoulder edition.
Then Session, then Black Desert Online, then Devil May Cry, as you already said. Cuphead DLC.
Yeah.
Then Tunic, then Jump Force, then Battletoads. Then we can officially go into our game store and say, "Hey, you got Battletoads?"
Yeah, finally you can ask if they have Battletoads and you're not memeing them until it's another further like couple of years later, and you will be memeing them again.
Thus bringing it full circle. Dying Light 2, Just Cause 4. Then they announced 3 Gears games: Gears 5, Gears Tactics, then Gears Pop.
Yeah, for the mobile.
Cyberpunk, and then they ended on Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077, a game developed by it's developed by the guys who made The Witcher.
Oh yeah,
and they're backed by financially by the Polish government.
Then it was Bethesda, and they started off with the worst person that you could start off with, Andrew WK, the person who killed Cartoon Network back in 2009.
Yeah, they had that weird rock concert, and nobody looked like they were having any fun.
Yes, I was constantly saying, I was constantly tweeting, "Go back to hosting Destroy Build Destroy, you network ruiner." Luckily, they got rid of him and the guy who was in charge of live action stuff around the start of 2014.
Mm-hmm. We God Howard came out, and everybody was losing their mind over Todd Howard. We Oh yeah, by the way, where did you watch it?
I watched it on the YouTube.
If you watched it through Mixer on Xbox One, you got a free game.
I don't have an Xbox One. I only have a 360.
Yeah, I got a free pre-order of a game called The Outer Wilds. It's a pre-order of it. It's like a procedurally generated game where you have to escape an exploding sun.
Okay.
It's quite interesting. It's free though, so I'm not going to complain.
Wait, which game was it?
Outer Wilds.
Oh, it's a exploration indie title.
Yep.
Looks interesting. I might get it when I get an Xbox One.
Yeah.
And then they announced Rage 2.
Yeah. Or no, they showed more gameplay because we got an announcement trailer before E3. Actually, we got a proper gameplay trailer before E3.
And then they announced Elder Scrolls Legends, the free-to-play card game, which...
And then they announced Elder Scrolls Blades, and everybody lost their goddamn minds for Elder Scrolls on your smartphone.
Yeah, as well as Elder Scrolls 6.
And then there was the Key and Peele tweet that or skit that I really enjoyed, Skyrim Very Special Edition.
Yeah, where it was now you can play Skyrim on your fridge.
On your Alexa, on your Motorola pager.
Does that mean I could play it on my piece of paper?
Yeah. Skyrim, best video game. Anyway, anything else?
Then they announced Doom Eternal,
and that DLC for Doom. Or no, not DLC for Doom. The DLC for Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Youngblood or Cyberpilot, I think it was.
No. They announced Cyberpilots was the VR game they announced for Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Youngbloods is the new DLC. Other games.
Then they Prey, Doom Eternal, Quake Champions.
Oh yeah.
Fallout Shelter for Switch.
Yeah, also Fortnite for Switch.
Yeah. And then Starfield.
Yeah.
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 Devolver. And then at 4 a.m. our time was the Devolver Digital, which I managed to stay up before falling asleep.
Yeah, Devolver Digitals are always funny because they just go insane.
Yeah, balls to the wall insane.
Yeah.
where they have like an actress like playing the chief synergy officer, and all they announced was like 3 games and have like an ongoing story in between the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more in line with like an Adult Swim show.
Yep.
And the only interesting thing to come out of that was in Metal Wolf Chaos XD is that they have this thing called America Great Again.
And people got upset about it. It's quite funny.
Yeah. But they also announced Scum and My Friend Petro.
Yeah. And Nintendo, we got more gameplay for Let's Go Pokemon Pikachu and Let's Go Pokemon Eevee.
Sorry, that was my phone. Before that, we had like 5 other conferences in like Monday. Square Enix, they did the 14 Final Fantasy 14 had a crossover event with Monster Hunter Worlds.
Oh, dope! I'll need to check that out because I have Monster Hunter Worlds.
Then they announced other stuff that we've already seen. They did also announce The Quiet Man, Octopath Traveler, and Babylon's Fall. The other stuff was all stuff we've already seen.
Yep.
Then limited run games came on, and then they also all they announced was, oh, we're porting a bunch of PC games over to the Vita and Switch. And then there was Ubisoft, which all they did was dance games, rage games, dance games, party games, party games, on games, and other stuff we've already seen, like Just Dance 2019, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Trials Rising, Skull and Bones, Transference. Oh, the interesting thing was that Fox McCloud from Star Fox was going to be in Starlink. Then they did The Crew 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, DLC for Mario plus Rabbids, For Honor, and then ended it off with Rainbow Six Siege. The PC gaming show was boring, and I didn't pay much attention to it. But there was no hashtag honoring a person who died. As for the Sony one, their main focus one was Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that's kind of their big seller. Oh yeah, also another thing that I'm excited for Sony, because I have a PS4 and an Xbox One, Spider-Man.
Yes.
I am very excited to play Spider-Man.
Yes, I really want to play. Yeah, Spider-Man looks interesting. Then they also showed more footage for Death Stranding, which
And
is like Kojima's line of "What the hell are you showing us?"
Which showed off some gameplay of Norman Reedus and his funky fetus.
No, that actually rhymes. And it makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, the walking through the thing as the forest lights on fire.
Someone described that as Sengoku period Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I'm not sure if it wasn't announced, but we got gameplay at E3 of My Hero Academia 1's Justice.
Oh yeah, that game.
The fighting game, which actually looks interesting because you can play as heroes and as villains.
All I've seen for that is the teaser trailer, unless a new trailer has dropped.
Straight up gameplay is dropped from a bunch of channels.
I might have to check it after we stop recording.
Yep.
Then Sony also announced Tetris Effect, Twin Mirror, and Ghost Giant.
Oh my god, Tetris.
In VR.
VR Tetris.
Yeah.
What more could
anyone ask for? And then they ended it off with Nintendo.
Smash Brothers.
Yes, it's something I wasn't excited for, and I'm also on the fence for. You see, I'm glad that we are getting Smash for the Switch because it kind of gives me an excuse to buy a Switch other than importing Yokai Watch 4.
Yeah. Also, the as everybody saw, the big explosion from a bunch of trolls who and fanboys who wanted Waluigi
In Smash Bros.
Smash.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that the Smash website shows 66 characters and 65 have already been announced. Who's the 66?
It's actually
Crash
Diddy.
Bandicoot.
Oh my god, Spyro the Dragon. It's totally gonna be Spyro. It's just Adam Jensen from Deus Ex.
No spoilers, it's actually Jibanyan.
It's actually the baby from Death Stranding.
Now we're just throwing stuff to see what sticks. But let's not forget about all the other stuff that was announced. There was Damon X Machina,
Yeah, I didn't really see that.
uh the mecha kind of game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I have some things to say about that. It's I know it's kind of like a test game for like the new IP coming next year.
Yeah, for the new Pokemon games, which are coming next year, which are going to be infinitely better.
Yeah, but to me it kind of looks like Go for Switch.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
You can transfer Pokemon from Go to Let's Go.
Yeah. Then they announced Super Mario Party, which showed off something that I never thought the Switch was capable of. Connecting other main Switch screens together to form like a map.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting.
And then Fire Emblem Three Houses. They also announced, as you said, Fortnite, Arena of Valor, Minecraft, Paladins, Overcooked 2, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Dragon Ball Fighters, Ark Survival, Mario Tennis Aces, Octopath Traveler, Hollow Knight, Killer Queen Black, and The World Doesn't End.
So yeah, so lots of stuff from Nintendo. I'm most excited probably, or I'm interested in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee more than I'm excited, to be honest.
Mm. But other stuff that wasn't announced in a conference was man, I really should have gotten a drink before filming this because my mouth is getting dry.
Yeah, I had
Was
the drink earlier.
Don't Starve, Hamlet, um, Black Ops 4,
Wait,
Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Wait, didn't you want to say something?
no, I was just gonna say my friend is really, really excited for Black Ops 4. It looks interesting. They've dropped a single player campaign for a battle royale mode because of course. Because of course they did. Because everything Fortnite's making a lot. We're gonna be like Fortnite, guys. Making a lot of money. Make me be like Fortnite.
Mm. As you said, My Hero Academia wants justice.
Yep.
And we also have a new Naruto game, Shinobi Striker.
I didn't see anything about that.
We
Must have
also
flown.
have Soul. We also have Soul Calibur 6, Doom Eternal, Mega Man 11, Mega Man X Legacy Collection.
Mega Man 11's the big one because it's the first new Mega Man game in like decades.
I want to say it's been like 14 years since 10.
Yeah, and this isn't including like the JRPG ones. This is just including straight mainline Mega Man.
No, it's 8 years since 10.
Wait, Mega Man 10 was developed in 2010.
Yeah, and before and 9 was 2008. 8 Mega Man. Oh my God, Mega Man 8 was the gap between Mega Man 8 and Mega Man 9 was 12 years.
Yikes.
And
how are we looking for time?
we have 30 minutes left.
30 minutes.
Okay, then they also announced. I'm looking through the list. No, we already talked about that. I don't know if you've played this, but Sushi Striker Wave the Sushido.
No, I've seen stuff about that.
It has a really cool theme song.
Yeah, I've heard it in the trailers and stuff. It's not really my cup of tea, or to be more apt, it's not really my plate of sushi. Yeah.
Let us see. News about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that Big Hero 6 is gonna be in it, and I think a gameplay trailer is gonna drop around when D23 takes place. Let's see when D23 2018 is.
Yeah, but the big convention coming up soon, of course, for every Toku fan is Power Morphicon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going.
I'm not going either.
Instead, I'm going to be going to California in September to basically relax.
That's very good. San Diego Comic Con soon, which means we'll be getting lots of trailers. Lots and lots of trailers.
And lots of announcements. And lots of con exclusive that people are going to sell online for millions of dollars.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure there's San Diego Comic Con exclusive Power Ranger stuff, because I know there is obviously Power Morphicon exclusive Power Ranger stuff.
Oh, my mistake. D23 is like every 3 years. So it's a triannual event.
Cool.
Actually, no, because let's see, hang on. No, it is biannual. Because the first one was in 2009, and they've been going in like 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017, and 2019. We've already had a D23 Expo in Japan at the Tokyo Disney Resort.
Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out soon.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. San Diego Comic Con comes out soon, which means we'll get to hear more about the next phase of the MCU and where they intend to go from here.
They're most likely gonna bring in the next generation of people.
Yeah. Definitely. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, because look, we love these people, but unfortunately, they're gonna have to retire at some point.
Yep, they can't keep doing that forever.
Unless if you're Stanley.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've recorded his next 12 cameos.
In
pre-recorded them just in case.
Yep. Hang on, I need to check the thing, the Google Doc that I've got on. As for actually, we're now going to go into movies because there has been a few movie things that have been announced. For example, Jim Carrey is going to be a Dr. Robotnik in Sonic.
We got the name for the Spider-Man sequel.
as well as the Avengers sequel.
Wait, what's the Avengers sequel going to be called?
Avengers. Avenger. Hang on, I think it was Avengers End of an. No, that was my specific title. It's Avengers. Um. Well, this Twitter account doesn't have a thing, and yes, I am checking on Twitter. Shut up.
It's fine.
Let's see.
Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home is the next.
Production. I think it was Avengers Day of something. I think, or Dawn of something.
It's interesting.
But I do actually want to talk about Spider-Man because I know this may be not new news but I actually want to talk about this Spider-Verse movie.
Oh yeah, Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen
and possibly other people.
Possibly other ones. Yeah, we could be getting Leo Pardon for even just a second. Which will be interesting.
Technically, the earliest use of the Spider-Verse thing was in the Spider-Man games Shattered Dimensions.
I have that for Xbox 360. It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard that a ton of people I know are in it. A ton of voice actors. But speaking of movies, because we were talking about Disney, Wreck-It Ralph 2, it looks interesting.
Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph 2. I loved the first one. Hopefully the second one's just as good.
Well, it's more or less Disney showing, hey, look at how much stuff we own.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they can kind of do that. Speaking of how much stuff Disney owns, they've acquired Fox.
Yay, suck it, Comcast.
Which means that we can now have X-Men and the Fantastic Four in the MCU.
Yay.
So that's going to be good, finally.
Yeah. Yeah, but how are you going to carry on from Deadpool 2 into the MCU?
I mean, they don't have to. They can do like Logan, where it's like its own separate kind of thing. But it could be funny to have the big MCU characters cameo.
Yeah. But speaking of sequels, the Lego Movie 2 was also a thing.
Oh yeah, the Lego Movie, the second part. That seems. I mean, I liked the first one. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and we seem to have everyone back, and the enemy seems to be a mini doll who takes them to a set of planets, which is going to be more focused on the sister type of things. And it does take place 5 years, which matches up with our time because the sequel is coming out exactly 5 years after the first one came out.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that they're going with consistency.
But yeah, I love the everything in the Lego Movie universe so far, even like the Unikitty series.
Yeah. We still doing okay for time?
Yeah, we have like 25 minutes left. So we can just talk about whatever. I'm trying to think of something to I'm trying to think of something to bring up. I guess we can move on to the TV. Was there any is there anything that's happening on the Marvel MCU type of stuff in TV?
Not that I would know of. I don't watch them. I know Agents of Shield is either ending or over.
It's ending slowly,
Slowly but surely.
and is replacing with Cloak of Dagger.
Or Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
It's got the girl from Kick in it, if you ever watched that.
Yeah, and I also know that it has Dino Thunder Yellow in it.
Oh yeah, she's in it. Speaking of shows that are good with former Rangers, I've heard iZombie's good. It's got RPM Yellow.
Um.
They even make a joke about it. Yeah, in one of the episodes, I think it's season 3, they discovered like a murder victim who was auditioning for the Power Rangers movie, and she kind of makes a weird face. Yeah, it's Rose McIver who played RPM Yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely remember that because I watched the video.
Yeah.
But moving on to the other side of Titans, the DC type of thing.
Has that come out yet, or has there been anything?
So far, no. It's still in development.
Yeah, there's been some filming stuff with it. There's rumors about the next series villain of the Flash is going to be the Cicada.
I don't know who that is.
He's like this guy who hates metahumans. So it could in theory be interesting.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Cicada. Flash villains. Hang on. Let's see. It doesn't show him his Wikipedia page. That's great. Back over to because I actually want to talk about some. Are you up to date with the televised cartoons?
No.
Well, I can officially say that a bad reboot is finally coming to an end.
Powerpuff Girls or Teen Titans?
Powerpuff Girls.
1 down, 2 to go, or 1 down, 1 to go.
Meanwhile, the Ben 10 reboot is just there.
Oh yeah, 1 down, 2 to go, because that's got really bad animation from what I've seen, like just really sloppily done. Like I've seen some of the animation faults, like not even like smear frames, because smear frames are a thing I know. Not even like inconsistencies, just straight up the shadow flying through the air, which is a bit stupid.
But in its downfall, there is another reboot that is coming. Thundercats Raw.
What?
Thundercats Raw.
Oh yeah, that.
But I've already talked about it, so
Yeah.
Why don't you give us your thoughts on it?
It holds no bearing to me. I never watched the original.
Did you watch the 2011 reboot?
Nope.
Do you want to know the reason why the 2011 reboot was cancelled?
Not enough toy sales.
And also because the guy who was in charge of live action stuff, he wanted more people to watch his stuff, so he cancelled that, Young Justice, and Star Wars: The Clone Wars, because he wanted, and I kid you not, for stupid 12-year-olds to watch his shows.
Oh my god, that's just like stupid and arrogant. Like, why would you even do that? That's just dumb.
Luckily, they fired him around the start of 2014.
Oh yeah, we're getting new Young Justice, aren't we? We're getting Young Justice Outlaws.
Yeah, hopefully that's coming soon.
Yeah. We got any other topics?
Yes, I do. Disney has announced their animation TV lineup for like the next 2 years.
Anything noteworthy?
Hang on, they're bringing back the Muppets.
Hooray!
Well, I know that the Muppets are already back in the baby who's forming like that CGI show.
Yeah.
But also, also they've also announced a new they've also announced a Monsters Inc. show coming next year.
Oh, hell yeah. Finally. Monsters Inc. gets the recognition it deserves.
Yeah, but not A Bug's Life.
Yeah. Bug's Life's kind of been left to die.
Again, we also have, because I actually do, Amphibia and the Owl House.
Never heard of those.
Um, the Owl House is created by the girlfriend of the creator of Gravity Falls. And has a bit of anime influence in it, while Amphibia has your typical animation Disney style thing.
Oh, like the old sort of style.
Yeah. But what's also coming up is Space Chickens in Space, which is a tri-combination of 3 companies: a company from Canada, a company from France, and Disney Television Animation.
That's actually an interesting merger. Usually, Canadian animation companies work on their own or with like Nick, rather than. Because I mean, if you look at like Winx Club and like Witch, they were all Canadian animated and were on Nickelodeon rather than Disney.
Oh, my mistake. It's actually a company in Canada, a company in Mexico, and a company in Disney Europe, Middle Eastern, and Africa.
It's interesting mix of locations.
The Mexican studio Anime Estudios is famous for creating the Legend Quest series on Netflix.
I've vaguely heard of that.
It originally started as like some direct-to-DVD movies before it got a full-on English dub. The Apollo Gauntlet series on Adult Swim coming out next month.
What anime are they bringing to Adult Swim? Does Adult Swim still run anime?
Fooly
Hell yeah, Fooly Cooley's pretty good.
My Hero Academia.
Nice. I wonder if they're ever going to do a season of Illegals.
And they also have like Dragon Ball Super like running along.
Obviously, Dragon Ball is one of like the biggest
animes in like all time.
Yeah.
And the company from Canada is Cake Entertainment, famous for the Total Drama series as well as other random things.
Oh, no way. I love Total Drama Island.
Yeah, have you seen Total Drama the reboot thing?
No, I have not.
It's basically a reboot where the kids are in where the teens are in kindergarten.
Oh my god, no. No.
With one of the characters from 16.
That just makes me kind of sad.
But Cake Studios are also famous for. God damn it. They're also famous for. Yeah, let's just leave it at that because they have do some pretty crap stuff other than total drama.
Yeah, how we doing for time? Just checking.
Around 10 minutes left.
All right, cool.
So let's just finish off with some quick fire topics. Disney also has 101 Dalmatian Street coming.
Like some franchises, just like they need to leave them because like some
And
franchises I can understand bringing back, but some franchises just I feel like they're just like resuscitating it for like no good reason.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, this wasn't the first time they brought 101 Dalmatians to TV, as there was the one in the 90s.
I don't really remember that. I am not a '90s kid.
I haven't watched it either. I barely even knew it was a thing until researching it. Then they
That's
also
fair.
have then they also have Gigantosaurus, which is a series all about dinosaurs.
Oh, dope! Dinosaurs are great.
And not much known as Jesus Christ, no. Hang on, let me try and find if there's anything new about it. Gigantosaurus on Disney. It's a Disney Junior thing, and it's done by a French animation studio.
Ah, cool.
Um, then they also have the Legend of the Three Calderas, which just premiered on Disney's app thing.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with Donald Duck, isn't it?
Yeah, and like the green and red birds. Calderos. Other media, a new show called Legend of the Three of released on the Disney Life app in the Philippines, but it's managed to make its way online due to the internet.
Yeah, the internet being the internet. If you
Yeah,
don't want something on there, it gets on there.
yeah. Then they also have the Rocketeer reboot.
The what now reboot?
Rocketeer. It was a Disney movie from the 90s.
Oh yeah, that one.
That they're rebooting it for a younger audience, with a black female in the pilot in the lead role. Its mission and the new Rocketeer is to stop corrupt scientists from stealing jetpack technologies and shifting the balance of the Cold War. And we
Not.
don't know anything about that.
Mm.
Then we also have TOTS, TOTS, which is an animal thing. Hopefully, most likely it's going to be more directly towards kids.
Yeah, most likely.
Then they also have Viking School, which looks like the animation team behind The Secret of the Kells, if you remember that movie.
Nah, I don't really remember that. No, I don't think I ever watched that movie.
It's cell shaded.
Cell shaded stuff can be cool with Borderlands, but it can also flop in some regards.
Let's see. Let's see. Co-production. Co-production. Oh, it's done by Cartoon Saloon, who is most famous for. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, as I said, it's done by pretty much they did Song of the Sea, Secret of Kells, as well as other things.
Cool.
Targeted at 6 to 11-year-olds. The series will follow young would-be Vikings in an elite Viking school. Disney described the alumni as like freshmen in Top Gun, but for Vikings. At the heart of the tale, three best friends, Eric, Arnie, and Ilba, each their own Viking struggles and weaknesses. The series is being produced by Cartoon Saloon in France's Productions, with post-production from Norwegian FX Storm company Storm Films. It's this pedigree that prompted Disney to state there is substantial substantial Viking history in Ireland and northern France as co-production. We can, as a co-production, we can say it's the only Viking show made by actual Vikings. The series 26, at half hours are scheduled for broadcast at the end of 2019. So that might be interesting since the company does know what they're dealing with.
Yeah, at least it's like they understand the history and stuff.
Instead of like an American trying to make a Japanese show.
Yeah.
And I oh wait, we need to talk about some DreamWorks stuff that's come out.
Shrek 5.
No, because that hasn't been announced yet.
Alright.
No. Because that hasn't been announced yet. How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Seems interesting.
And it's supposed to be the final chapter in the How to Train Your Dragon saga.
Yeah. Kind of glad they're ending it now, rather than like continuing to milk it for eons and eons.
Then they also have Abominable, trekking a 3,000-mile journey from Shanghai to the Himalayan snowcaps. A group of misfits encounter a young Yeti, and they set to find to reunite the magic creature with his family on the mountain for his namesake. That's all we know so far.
That's going to be at least interesting then.
Then they also have Trolls 2. And then the Cruise 2, Boss Baby 2, Spooky Jack, and 3 untitled movies. And then we have their lineup of their Netflix online exclusive shows. Like we have the Rocky and Bullwinkle on Amazon Video.
I never really watched. I think I've heard of something like that before, but I've never really watched it.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out since it's made by the same people. Since not only does it have many people that I know about, but it also has the people behind the Mr. Peapod Body and Sherman show. Then there was also the one that premiered just yesterday, the Harvey Street Kids, based off the Little Audrey and Little Dot and Lotta shorts.
Never heard of that.
The main character looks like Arco from Little Witch Academia, as well as a certain voice actor that one of my friends really, really likes. Then there was also premiering in 2 weeks was the Captain Underpants show, which is flash animated instead of the regular live action stuff. And we also have the She-Ra show. Because apparently girl power and stuff. Then we also have the next chapter in the Troll Hunter saga by Guillermo del Toro, 3 Below. Then Kung Fu Panda is coming back to Amazon Video with Paws of Legacy. Then a Mr. Magoo show. Then a World's Waldo show. Then a Fast and Furious show. Then a Felix the Cat show. Then the Bear Brick show, which if you don't know, is basically Japan's version of a Lego minifigure, but in the shape of a bear. Then they also have another show, and that's pretty much it, as we've hit the 2-hour mark. And this is where we're going to end this episode here. So thank you, Gary, for coming on and chatting.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
And to anyone in chat, because there wasn't a single person who showed up. See you next week. As oh, special announcement before we go. Stop it, computer. We actually have a cross. MegaCast is doing a crossover with someone in like 2 weeks' time. Who is it? We don't. Who is it? Well, find out in 2 weeks. So goodbye and sayonara, Mina.
Bye.